timeline is crazy, man.
I know. So many things coming at one time.
Not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
No one wants him mentioned.
What's up, everyone? Buckle up for this wild ride. Picture it. Courtroom drama, tears streaming, emotions high, and at the center, Diddy's daughters Delilah, Chance, and Jessie at their breaking point. Why are they reportedly planning to emancipate themselves? How does this connect to the mysterious circumstances surrounding their mother, Kim Porter? Let's dive into this explosive situation.
And just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Here's the tea. Diddy's once private daughters are now dominating headlines. After years of standing by Daddy Dearest, sources claim they're ready to cut ties and walk away. Can you blame them? With Diddy's name attached to endless scandals, who wouldn't want distance? But the real story goes deeper. It's about the unresolved mystery of Kim Porter's death and the toxic family dynamics that followed.
Kim Porter, you know, that is Diddy's ex, who's also the mother of his 3 of his children, has detailed the alleged abuse that she suffered at his hands. Oh, no. And this is all in a memoir.
Rewind to 2018. Kim Porter, Diddy's longtime partner and mother of 3 children, tragically passed away. Official cause? Pneumonia. But whispers of foul play have never stopped. According to leaked autopsy details, Kim was in good health just days before her death. How did things spiral so quickly? Even more suspicious. A casket was allegedly ordered a full week before she died. Like, what? At the time of her passing, Kim's laptop, phone, and electronics mysteriously vanished. Plus, the autopsy revealed skin discoloration and odd contusions that raised major questions. Was this really natural causes or something more sinister?
It's like, it was the same thing Kim was going through. The same thing, bro. Kim was going through the same thing. The beatings, you know what I'm saying?
Imagine being her daughters hearing all this growing up. The constant speculation about your mom's death would be devastating. Add in the swirling allegations about Diddy, from controlling behavior to shocking claims of abuse. Their family life was clearly nothing like the glossy Instagram posts. Allegedly, Diddy's treatment of Kim was so turbulent it traumatized their children who witnessed it. One insider claimed Kim confided she feared Diddy might harm her. No wonder the daughters won out.
Well, I think, every man possibly is capable. I think he's very capable of doing it. It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, what makes him. Power. That's just the selfishness that make you be like that.
But this isn't just ancient history. It's about now. Since Diddy's arrest, the family's united front has crumbled. At his recent court appearance, only his sons showed up, daughters nowhere in sight. Those coordinated birthday messages and family love posts, insiders say they were completely staged. Scripted PR moves to drum up sympathy. Heartbreaking if true.
Yesterday, on Monday, Diddy celebrated his 55th birthday, but this year was a lot different. It was no Diddy parties, it was none of that. None of that stuff, well, happily so, I guess, right now. But anyway, so this is his first birthday behind bars.
For the daughters, this public family meltdown was the final straw. They're reportedly meeting with lawyers to emancipate themselves from Diddy's control. Can you blame them? Imagine your family's darkest secrets plastered everywhere. Sources say they're deeply hurt by everything. Not just their father's alleged actions, but how the family handled Kim's death aftermath.
Yeah, but so there's still, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
Speaking of Kim, she was known as a loving, dedicated mother who put her children first. Friends described her as kind, warm, and resilient despite difficulties. Yet her relationship with Diddy was anything but healthy. Insiders describe emotional roller coasters and devastating lows. Diddy's controlling behavior left Kim feeling trapped, and she reportedly told friends their arguments turned physical. One shocking claim from a former employee describes a night when an argument exploded into objects being thrown across rooms. Kim stood her ground, but these incidents clearly left lasting scars.
Kim had took the cork, where you open up wine, the corkscrew. She took the corkscrew and caught him on his wrist defending himself. And he almost, I know he tore some ligament, but he almost hit an artery. I came close to the artery or either scratched it or cut it a little bit because he just kept bleeding.
Fast forward to today. Kim's back in headlines because of a leaked memoir with explosive details about life with Diddy. Though hotly debated, it contains claims of mistreatment, manipulation, and Kim fearing for her life. Diddy's team called it a sham, but it's still a bestseller. The twist? Kim's own children denied its authenticity, yet many aren't convinced, noting the book's suspicious timing alongside other Diddy allegations.
He get trafficking because he took her to different states and had her perform acts with different, male and different people, sometimes against her will.
It's hard. You can't help but feel for these daughters. They're navigating grief, unanswered questions about their mother, while watching their father face serious allegations. If emancipation rumors are true, it's a massive turning point for the Combs family. But wait, it gets messier. Let's talk about Diddy's sons and their alleged involvement. Justin and Christian aren't just supporting Dad. They're reportedly active participants in this nightmare. These allegations will make you question everything about this family.
Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
For months, Diddy's fought for bail, offering everything from private security to massive assets, all denied. Why? Prosecutors say he's a danger who can't be trusted. They claim he's using three-way calls with other inmates' phones to contact people he shouldn't. Even worse, he's allegedly asking family to pass messages to witnesses, urging them to stay quiet or change stories. No wonder judges keep saying no.
It's very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
But there's more. Prosecutors claim Diddy's orchestrating public opinion from behind bars. Remember those polished birthday videos from his kids? Allegedly part of a calculated PR strategy. He reportedly monitored engagement, tracking likes and comments to gauge public reaction. Even more shocking, he's using code words in calls and letters. Recycling might mean destroying evidence, while family gatherings could be strategy meetings. This isn't just fighting for freedom, it's trying to outmaneuver the entire legal system.
It's a question of that, but when you read through the indictment, it's pretty clear who could be indicted as a co-conspirator. Right now, there are people in the indictment who would be considered unnamed co-conspirators, but clearly have played a role in this conspiracy. And I think prosecutors have some big leverage on them because they're hoping that they testify against Diddy as prosecution witnesses.
Meanwhile, the investigation scale is enormous. Authorities are sifting through mountains of evidence, financial records, texts, security footage, and seized devices potentially containing damning information. One insider described it as peeling an onion. Each discovery leads to more questions. Some evidence is apparently so sensitive it's reviewed in private. We might only be scratching the surface.
There's also strategic reasons for the prosecutors to want him to have co-defendant, because right now he hasn't waived his right to a speedy trial, which would force prosecutors to take up the trial pretty quick, which they actually might not be ready to do. But if they supersede him and have co-defendants with him, it makes it a lot easier to pursue a trial continuance without him waiving his speedy trial right.
Now for the bombshell. Diddy's sons are allegedly helping cover tracks. A leaked call between Diddy and Justin has him asking to get rid of leftover pizza boxes. Nobody believes that's about actual pizza. Insiders say it's code for destroying evidence. Justin and Christian are reportedly cleaning up Dad's mess, literally and figuratively.
So it's just another form to silence a man, to humble a person. You know how sometimes you gotta humble somebody?
You're right.
Yeah, I think he's being humbled right now, which it took a long time. It takes a long time to humble an arrogant person.
Why risk involvement? Some say loyalty, others think they're products of their environment. Growing up with privilege and power normalizes this behavior. They've possibly been conditioned to believe family name trumps everything. The lawsuits are piling up against the entire family. Producer Rodney Jones claims Justin was directly involved in arranging situations and recruiting participants for activities Diddy's accused of orchestrating. This suggests a disturbing family-wide pattern.
It was all, insecurities. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else they do.
And Christian faces his own accusations. One lawsuit alleges inappropriate behavior toward a woman at his father's event, supposedly part of a larger pattern enabled by Diddy's toxic environment. The fact both sons appear in multiple lawsuits suggests this isn't about one person. It's systemic. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team works overtime to suppress evidence, claiming search warrants were unconstitutional and authorities presented distorted information to obtain them.
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
But even if they succeed, Diddy's reputation is destroyed. The media coverage has been brutal. Between abuse allegations, Kim Porter's suspicious death, and now his son's involvement, the walls are closing in. Even loyal fans are jumping ship.
Sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
And Diddy's mother Janice is notably absent lately, a stark change from her earlier support. Insiders say she's devastated, struggling to reconcile the son she knows with these allegations. And what about baby love? She's too young to understand now, but will she grow up haunted by the same shadows as her siblings? Heartbreaking.
I mean, that fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching
Kim Porter's legacy grows as more details emerge. Her name has become a rallying cry for justice. Friends, family, and even her ex-husband, Al B. Sure are speaking out, demanding a new investigation. Kim's story isn't over. We're watching a real-life soap opera in slow motion. Will the daughters emancipate? Will the sons face consequences? Is this the end for one of music's biggest icons? Let us know your thoughts below.